Welcome back to Shano Trades. New year, same Shano. If you see any value in my content, please do me a favor, drop down there, hit the like. If you want to keep on getting some more predictions as time goes on, hit that subscribe button, comment, and share on your other social media channels. It would be greatly appreciated. So what do we do here? I give you price predictions based off of a chart prediction technique that I created called RainMan. Using the RainMan fan, I'm able to provide consistently accurate predictions on any chart. It can be crypto, it can be commodities, it can be stonks. You're only gonna see us trading cryptocurrency on Shano Trades. Why? If you're asking that question, you need to do some homework. So what is the plan for this first week of 2022? We are gonna stay consistent with our favorite altcoins, XTZ and Matic. We will continue with the predictions on these favorite altcoins of ours. As was the trend last month, our altcoins are going to be getting 5-day predictions from Shano, Monday to Friday, every week. Plus, you're going to see me predict 2 months out on Ether. We're going to go all the way out to the 1st of March and see what I am seeing and see what RainMan is seeing. All right, so enough talk. Let's go ahead and get to the charts. First one we're looking at is XTZ. This is a coin that governs the Tezos blockchain. I've been fairly active on Tezos lately, and I can tell you that I'm a big fan. The ease of use, the transaction speed, the transaction costs, I'm a big fan. And that's what we're gonna go ahead and keep on predicting with XTZ, with Tezos, because I see great things in the future for this particular project. Let go. All right, per the usual on our chart, if you want to follow along, our scale is 0.0045. We are using the 30-minute chart, as well as our quick reference angles right here are up and are down. One set of values is positive, which means the uptrend. One set of values is negative, which is the downtrend. Step 1, identify our days. Admittedly, I accidentally messed up on the XTZ chart in particular. I only went 4 whole days. That will be rectified on the following charts. So here we have our 4-day gap, Monday to Friday. You'll see why I have this December 20th highlighted here in just a second. Step 2, identify our tops and identify our bottoms. What I like to do is kind of label them as primary, as top, and then the secondary as secondary top. I'm not trying to insult anybody's intelligence or anything like that, but I make it very clear. Here's our top, here's our secondary top. These are the 2 tops that I see being in play. Same with the bottom. Here's our bottom, here's our secondary bottom. These are the 2 bottoms that I see being significant, where we can pull angles from. We can obviously use these tops and bottoms to help us determine, in conjunction with the angles, where price will be going in the future. Our most recent top is a high of 518. Our secondary top is a high of 482. Our primary bottom is a low of 418, and our secondary bottom is a low of 388. All right, so first up, we're gonna look at our bear prediction, just so that you continue to be familiarized with the idea that every top and every bottom. Guys, I need quiet! Trying to do this with kids is hard. I am ready for them to go back to school tomorrow. Okay, where were we? The idea that every top and every bottom, a central point for any angles to be shot out. It can be positive, it can be negative. It doesn't matter. It's always in a manner that the angles are shooting outward, therefore they can be positive or negative. It doesn't matter. It just depends on which way price action is moving, and then we apply the RainMan angles to see where price is going next, based off of how it's reacted to the angles in the past. All right, moving on. With the XTZ chart, with these 2 tops that we already mentioned, this minus 15 degree off of this top, this minus 29 degree off of this top, and the minus 36 degree off of this top, also 0 degree. Where am I getting these angles? We go back to our yellow diagram. These angles never change. Angles to capture the uptrend are positive. Angles to capture the downtrend are negative. Other than that, the numbers always stay the same. After shooting several angles from these tops that I have identified, I saw the convergence of these 3 angles right here, this minus 15, this minus 29, this minus 36, from these tops, all converging in this area at 399. And that is how I'm coming up with my bear prediction, 399. All right, to the flip side, let's see what the bull target has to say. Here we are with our bull target. You can see we're looking at $5.46 by or before the beginning of Friday. Remember me talking about December 20th? Well, this is where it comes into play. The reason I have that highlighted is I foresee this plus 22 being the resistance for price as it comes up, and I believe that our price is going to continue to ride this plus 22 from this December 20th all the way up to the 546. I foresee this +8 being the top side resistance if we can break past this +22, and I foresee this +43 right here coming off of this bottom of 418 being our support as we kind of ride into this big old triangle that's ending on Friday. Been paying attention, you know that the crypto market is doing a whole lot of sideways movement. So with that being said, I'm also bringing in a neutral prediction. You can see with all three of them up there, it's a clusterfuck. So we're gonna go ahead and reduce that down a little bit. The neutral target I'm seeing is $4.87. That's only a couple cents off of where we are right now. I mean, it's kind of simple to assume sideways we're gonna stay generally the same, right? But again, you see this December 20th coming into play. I see this +8 and this +15. I see this being the dominant support if price does decide to give out and turn to the downside again, which is always a possibility. Also from December 20th, you can see the +15 and how important this level has been, how well this angle expresses the price action. After it drops down through here, the +15 is expressing resistance, resistance, resistance. And then finally, we break up above that. This is our general posture right now. So we're moving up to Monday, we're moving out to Friday. It would not be stranger than fiction to your boy Shano if this thing just bounced around in this symmetrical triangle right here, pretty much staying right where it's at 487. But if you've been hanging out for a while, I love the upside and I have faith in the upside and I'm picking the bull. How do you know? Because you see your boy Pedro right there. He thinks XTZ is going to 546 and so do I. Let's go. Next up, we got the weekly on Matic. Let's go ahead and take a look. Welcome to the Matic chart. Same as XTZ, if you want to follow along, the scale that I am using is 0.0027 on the 30-minute chart. This can also be accessed on this little handy dandy settings wheel up here. Come over to scales, rock on down to the bottom where it says lock price to bar ratio and you type it in right there, click OK, and you're going to be rocking the Shano. Just like me, you can be rocking the same scaling as me, you can follow along and all the angles will match up just like mine. And again, per the usual, we have our handy dandy little diagrams here showing our negative angles and our positive angles. They never change. Step 1, identify our days. And even on the Matic chart, just like on XTZ, this December 20th is highlighted because the crypto market does generally move together. Individual coins will start to decouple over time, but I think we're still way too early. The crypto market still really moves as one general cohesive movement for the whole market. That's not to say that the coins don't have their own individual movements. It's not that everything's identical. It's just that on major movements to the upside or the downside, these coins in the market will move in tandem with one another in those types of moments. So I did not make the mistake on this one. We have a full 5 days for Matic. There will be no skimping here on Matic. You will get the full 5 days. Step 2, identify our tops and bottoms. We see our most recent top at 292. Our secondary top that I'm seeing is 273. We can see our primary bottom of $2.40 and our secondary bottom of $2.04. I came up with this $3 bull price point for Matic going back to December 20th and December 19th. We can see the +15, we can see the +22. They're both converging right on this in conjunction with the +8 coming off of this secondary top. The convergence of these three angles is how I'm getting my $3 bull price point. All right, let's check the flip side now. Let's take a look at the bear prediction from Shano and RainMan. So it's not always pretty with the placement and where the angles are. You have to sometimes search. Sometimes these tops are obscure. You can see here that I'm in the same general vicinity as this secondary top, and I'm actually using this top off of this tiny little peak up right here. I couldn't find any other convergence zones to give a prediction for the bear. I had to search, that's what I did. With that being said, the convergence of the 15 and the 8 off of these tops is giving me a $2.40 price point for the bear prediction, and I see that holding tight. With the tailwinds that Matic has, with their massive amounts of investment in layer 2, the true future of Ethereum, billions being poured into ZK Tech. I like the coin. I don't see 240 being given up, but if at worst case, I could see 228, 229 being a worst case scenario. That's just what your boy is seeing. Just like with XTZ, I provided a neutral. You see your boy Pedro just kicking it, being all adorable per the usual. Off of this secondary bottom and off our primary top, you can see the nice pretty looking little symmetrical triangle that's forming here. I believe that price will just kind of ride up to here, bounce around throughout the week and end up at this $2.69 level. Where your boy Pedro at? There's not a lot of opportunities to ride the long pumps. There isn't anything sustained right now, but we just need to be patient because trust, it is coming. So there you have it, 269. Me and Pedro were calling that neutral. And as promised, we're gonna bump over to the 2-month outlook on Ether. So as I stated before, it doesn't matter what time frame we're on, the application of the angles is still the same. We just have to make sure that we lock that price to bar ratio like I showed you a couple minutes ago. Only difference is we're working with a lot longer of a time frame. Step 1, identify the days. You can see here, 12/23 of 2020, we're looking way back and using the angles to identify the support and resistance as time continues to go on. It's almost too easy. Check what I'm saying. Here's our days. On a daily time frame, it's incredibly easy to locate tops and bottoms. As you can see, our current top and all-time high of 48.68. Our secondary top I see back here from May, which was our previous high, back here at 43.73. Our most recent bottom around 27.50. And this little nasty neighbor over here, we got a good pump off that bottom though, so no big deal. All right, now that we got our tops and bottoms, what are we seeing for neutral? I think a new common theme that you may have picked up on is that we're doing neutral predictions because of the sideways action of the market and the sustained sideways action of the market. I'm going to start including these neutrals because, I mean, it's just how I see things going. There's not a lot of fundamentals in the pipe right now that are being broadcast for a major push to the upside yet. I'm basing this 38.67 neutral prediction all using this plus 15 all the way back from 12/23 of 2020. You can see how this plus 15 has expressed major support as we've continued to rock to the upside as we've progressed upward throughout 2021. I don't foresee this plus 15 giving out support, and so therefore I can see price over the course of the next 2 months come down here, give a little smooch to this plus 15, and then start moving up. That's what I think. I think if the neutral prediction of 38.67 is to come to fruition, come no lower than this plus 15 as dominant support, and I think we'll just kind of bounce around into March in a neutral posture at 38.67. That's our neutral. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bear target. I provided you with 2 different looks. So let's take a look at our first bear prediction of 3,290. Off of our all-time high, this plus 29 could act as the upper resistance, pushing down on price, which will act as a major topside resistance over the course of the next 2 months. In this bear scenario, I think the price will continue to bump up on this 29 and follow it down to this convergence point of 3,290. You can see that from our secondary top, we have this -8 that is converging in the same place. And then from this secondary bottom, all the way back at 1727, I see this plus 15 converging in this same spot at 3290. Therefore, this gives me good reason to believe that this will be the primary bear target if price does indeed move to the downside over the next 2 months. If that is the case, our secondary bear target of 2689 will be our bottommost level if that is the case. But you want to know what? F that S. We are the bull. Yeah, all that shit I was just talking about, stuff coming down, I don't like it. Shano, RainMan, and Pedro, we are bulls by nature. This chart is very interesting when I pull it up this way. So the Ethereum chart, the way I set it up, is something that I've been kind of experimenting with a little bit, something that my research kind of took me towards as I built RainMan. You can see a total of 2 parallel channels running in conjunction with each other, again, coming all the way back to this December 23rd of 2020. We follow these parallel channels up, and what I see, and something that I've theorized about, and something that's going to continue to come out as time goes on, and as we continue to get further into learning about the strategy, is that it's almost like an angular sheet of music. You can see that price just kind of dancing around. This upper channel pops off, comes back down, finds support, then moves down to the next channel, the lower 22-degree parallel channel. This 22-degree perfectly expressing resistance, And then this 22 degree coming in and stepping up and showing us the major support. So what I think is going to happen is just what you're seeing here. These violet movements between these two parallel channels that are stacked on top of one another. Using this idea, it's pretty simple to see how I come up with my bull price predictions. If we follow the lower 22 parallel channel support, bottom side 22 support to 45.08, it could come back to this middle 22, which is very likely. Look at how much action is expressed by this one. Look at that. I mean, price is just, But the previous price action at this middle 22, I believe that we're going to come here, make our way back up to this middle 22, and ride it right up here to 53.78, as evidenced by your boy Pedro. If we get a catalyst, if we get some volume, if we get some institutional investors, if we get something, we could bust past this plus 22, this middle plus 22, or come to our most evident topside resistance level, which is right here. And I think if we follow that, it will take us right up to the $6,120 level. Fingers crossed for all the bulls. But to reiterate, on March 1st, Shano and RainMan and your boy Pedro think that Ethereum will be at $5,378. Mark it down. Thank you for being here and supporting the channel. If you haven't already done so, get down there and get down there and subscribe, like, comment, share on your other socials. This is episode 1 of many in 2022 for this channel. This is my mission. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue to spread my message. I'm going to continue to try to be positive. I'm going to continue to try to refine my methods. As I mentioned before the end of last year on my last episode of Shano Trades, you can go back and check me. I said that we'd be getting into day trading, which that's exactly what we're going to be doing starting tomorrow. My kids are going to be back in school. I might go live. I might just post the first few trades. If you go back and check the videos from a week or so ago, you'll find a walkthrough of the software and the apps that you need. If you do want to follow along with me on this day trading journey, go ahead, go check those out. Sign up for the accounts you need, download what you need, and get ready to start day trading and getting after these profits. Again, thank you for the support. I appreciate it. We're just getting started. I'll catch you on the flip side.